And I tried sliding in there for him just to get it, and he was going, oh, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna tear.
He was tearing.
Yeah, I bet it did.
How do people do it?
There's a sunset at the sign, and Bruno's got a 10 next to it already.
Oh yeah.
I'm not even budging on this. That's what he's saying.
Non-negotiate.
And all I could see 3 levels up was Bruno's face in just a little crevice, and all I could see was teeth and eyes.
Welcome back to episode 63 of the Peppercorn Boys, where the group chat became the podcast.
Become the podcast.
I am Bruno
Hawkins.
Just Bruno. And I'm joined each and every Monday by my good friends, Joe, and my imperious leader, my imperious host, the hostess with the mostest, the one that keeps this train rolling.
All right.
Scotty.
I feel like I've never heard you say Scotty before.
Scotty doesn't know.
Smash that subscribe button on YouTube.
Really hard.
I just wanted to get that in really early. Yeah,
I do. You can catch us every Monday on Apple, Spotify, and Amazon Music, and the visuals on YouTube. So just get involved down in the comments, because I like to get down
in your sheets.
Yeah.
Bruno's a notorious whore. He's a notorious ladies' man.
Yeah.
He's a notorious, from what I found out yesterday, serial organizer. Oh my word, we need to talk about that in a bit.
As in organizes cereal?
No, you know how a serial unaliver on Netflix would be?
Yeah.
Imagine if they were going on holiday. I think how Meticulous did. Oh. This guy.
Yeah, Patrick Bateman over it.
I'm going to be honest. It's like, it's 100% genius, but also 100% cuckoo. It's mad.
I am a little bit cuckoo.
You are, yeah.
If I don't have a sort of plan in head, then I'm a little bit lost. Yeah, that wasn't the right terminology. But if I don't have it in my mind, at least a little bit of structure, right. Big man just goes off the deep end, and we see what happens where the big man goes off the deep end. He plunges.
Hey, Bruno plunges on holiday. I mean, ironically, I have the word plunge written on my show plan, which is not. But Bruno could easily allow a holiday to slip.
Yeah.
By the way, he's also a big adventurer. Like, he's probably the most adventurous of the group. As far as on holiday, he's like, "What should we do next?"
We should go somewhere.
Whereas we're a couple sunbed lizards.
Oh yeah.
And we go, I've got a couple albums playing. I'll see you in 6. And then we come in, fragile to touch.
And if we've discussed before, you rushed me a little bit in Dallas, Texas when we first get there.
Yeah, you don't like
crabby, you know.
Yeah. Joe doesn't like to be moved on after
don't
a
rush
big
me
flight.
too quickly. I'm on holiday, right?
Oh,
no,
you're not gonna like your stag at all, Joe.
Yeah, so much activity.
Hell yeah.
But it's like fun activity. It's not like, you know, when people go, let's go for a hike. We're not going to do that.
No, I don't want to go. Like,
but our version of like, our itinerary's high is like, let's go to Old Reds again.
Yeah, which is a hike.
It's actually about 30 minutes.
Just across that set of traffic lights that I know very well because I was there in October.
I'll say this. The hotel we're staying in is actually, I think, the side of the Orlando Eye. So you don't even have to cross the road. Ooh, I've never stayed that. Oh, yeah.
Do you know... I have if I can get my camera properly working, because I have not used my camera since I bought it, which is quite bad, to be honest, but I haven't had time. I've been doing other stuff, but there is a specific type of photo I want to take with that eye in the background, and I'm hoping I can get it. I might have to bring 2 cameras on that holiday, so I don't know. It needs a very specific lens. And I have it for my Canon, but I don't have it for my new one.
Do you trust the baggage handlers with this stuff, or is this going to be hand luggage?
No, this is
around the neck.
That will be I'll be taking that on my persons, but I do need to sort out, like, real talk, Scott. I need to actually sort out that check package.
No, I know. It's just once you said persons, I've my head's gone on Mars. Like, I'm gone. I'm fully gone. No, yeah, you're right. We will. Also, I was going to ask that because when I do before, I don't really check in until like 2 weeks prior. like not check-in, but like where you put in all your details. I haven't done that yet, so I'll just add it then. But you definitely want it, don't you? So I'll just make sure you've got extra baggage.
100%. I also realized today I need to get a suitcase.
Organizer.
This guy. I know. Oh, I'll tell you what. This is doing a lot of. This is where the group chat becomes the podcast, and we're kind of. I'm going to involve some personal conversations with not necessarily a peppercorn, but an honorary oos or honorary popcorn in Little Bruce, Little Bruce, Little Red.
Brusso.
I was talking to him, and I don't know if he reached out to you about traveling to the airport.
He did. Left me a voice note. I responded.
Oh, was it like late Saturday?
I responded quite quickly from when he sent it to me, but I responded with a voice note that has not been listened to.
Well, he's very active though on a certain period of the night.
Yeah, I'd say this when he's had some.
I can't remember when it was actually.
Vivations or whatever. What's the word? Yeah,
libations.
Libations. A voice note will come out of him, but he was quite talkative to me on the way back from Wonder Years.
Yeah,
oh nice.
I had a missed call from him.
Yeah, he thought you were with me, so I think he was just going to cut the middleman. But no, I went back and forth a little bit, but he was mentioning traveling too, and I said, run it by Bruno, but I'm just going to throw out a couple stats for you. This is what I said to him because he got the Greyhound or whatever we call it over here. And
National Express, but I like the Greyhound. He got the Greyhound from Winchester. Yeah,
great city, and it worked perfectly. Yeah, of course. It worked perfectly. And on the day, he was like, oh, it costs this much. And he could move it around. And I was like, oh, that seems like a breeze if you can get dropped off in Winchester or whatever. And he could. And I was like, it sounds great for you, is what I said.
Sounds great for you.
Yeah, and that is not to sound pompous. Well, it could be.
No, it's what's about to come next about me.
Well, it's going to go to a different level, but we'll get to that. I like to drive. I like to take myself everywhere. Like, if I could drive the plane, I would. I don't like kind of other people having to do something for me.
Yeah.
So I said to him, it worked perfectly. I said, see if Bruno's going to park at the airport. Like I said, that's how Bruno's going to get it. He's not going to be, I don't think he's going to get 6 trains. I don't think he's going to park somewhere. I don't think he's getting on a Greyhound.
I'd get a train over a bus.
Okay. And I said, yeah, because you can get a first class one.
Yeah.
I said, but you could chip in with Bruno. And then as I was saying it, I was like, I know, that's 50 quid fuel. I was like, that's £150 parking ticket. And I thought, Bruno's going to want road sodas, these kind of things. Oh, by the way, none of this is nothing I would do. And Bruno and I said to Kieran, that £30 that bus ticket
is looking pretty good right now.
Probably about 80 quid if you go to Bruno, if you cut it in half. And that's if you're being very generous. I said, it's pretty close to 100 quid. And he was like, yeah, maybe Bruno will go on the bus. And I said, I said, I don't think Hotmail's going to get on a bus, honestly. I mean, the guy loves a Kango, he loves an X64, but I mean, that guy's not getting on Greyhound ever again.
No way. I'd actually probably go on a Greyhound just for one more go, because we got cut short that time, and we had to get last minute internals, didn't we? But I feel like we owe it just to finish that journey, But that's pretty much what I said. I said I would pay extra just to not be around other people.
Yeah. Yeah, I just said to her, I was like, yeah, you're trebling your fee if you go with Bruno. But it also does help Bruno.
Yeah, I did. In my voice note, I fully said, you're welcome to join me. I will be parking at the airport. You're welcome to join me. I will cap it at whatever you were going to pay for the National Express.
Oh, that's
nice.
All right.
Good deal.
I mean, if anyone's out there listening to that's a friend move there.
That's a good deal.
That's a really good deal. That's a really nice move.
I think it's only it's half a tank, so it's about 30 quid, and it depends what Gatwick South is like,
Yeah. Well, the fact that we're flying from Heathrow, I mean, I hope you don't park there. But
are we? Hold on. No, please, because I went and looked. Yes, no, because I was round my sister's last night. I asked her to look for airport parking. I went to the WhatsApp between us two, and I looked at the flight information. It's Gatwick South. I'm almost certain
I have no clue, but I think it'd be funny if it. Yeah, it's not fun. No, we're from Terminal 3 in Heathrow, but yeah. I said to him as well, like, in all apparent transparency, I said, can you deal with Bruno for the 2-hour journey? And he said, yeah, maybe I'd pay extra if it would shut up. I think
you guys should record a podcast.
Yeah, I was going to say, you should listen to this exact episode the whole way, and he's just agitated.
I did it again. I started trying to finish a sentence.
That's the best. I really enjoy it, and that's why we start the episode the way we started.
Yeah.
So I spoke to him about it, and I don't know. Well, maybe the Peppercorns, you'll find out exactly what happens, because in about 4 weeks, it will happen.
Yeah,
it's fastly approaching us. That's for sure.
4 weeks.
Yeah, have you got your Esther? Yeah, it's 4 weeks.
No,
no Esther. Oh, brilliant.
No.
Have you changed your Esther?
Oh yeah.
Oh, brilliant. Yeah. Oh yeah. I've done 100% of the stuff here, gang. Could you just get your visa sorted? If this goes to pot because someone's visa's not sorted.
I've got my visa. I just got to change the address.
They don't like it when you don't do it. I would say that, they wouldn't have a clue. Because Joe's is about literally 100 yards away from his last address.
I could leave the old one.
Yeah, you could just leave it.
I don't think they care that much.
If they're listening to this, I don't think... I'm not going to do that.
To be fair, last night, one Wilson of Kit gave me his home address for something to be delivered there. So I might just use his address and be like, sorry, guys, I put your address by mistake. So the US government think I'm here. So I have to stay here now.
Yeah. I'm going to be honest, we're like the least problematic humans on Earth, potentially.
We'll go out of a way to be the opposite of a problem.
Yeah, so I think you'd be right. I think they trust you enough. I must admit, one Prince of the Elton has certainly been my point of contact in the United States in the last 4 visas. Because you have to have sometimes it says point of contact in the States. And then in my head, I'm like, if you're just on holiday, do you just put the hotel number? Is that what they do?
Yeah, you put the hotel.
Sometimes, I would say so, yeah.
Because Prince of the Elton has always been my point of contact there. And in my head, I'm always like, but that just happens that we have a friend. Like, if you don't, who do you put it?
It would be an emergency contact. So it would be like if you're traveling with someone else, it would be that person, because then you can get.
What if you're traveling alone? What do you reckon if you're traveling alone?
You just
emergency, because it says emergency contact at home, emergency contact in the States.
Does it?
Yeah.
Well, I don't have one there.
Yeah, you just put Lewis.
I don't think I've ever put one.
You put Lewis or Sammy. Ideally, I think the actual thing is you put the hotel phone number.
Yeah.
Because then if they need to get hold of you, they'll just ring the hotel there and then go to your room.
Yeah.
Has anyone ever been contacted, do you reckon, for these Esther stuff?
Oh, loads. Yeah? We don't, because we're not doing anything unless we're getting...
You almost got taken one time, didn't you?
Did I can't remember.
Lissy had an issue, I think.
Oh, Lissy always, she's always pulled. Whereas I'm never pulled. I mean, I don't
always
even wear my...
bridesmaid, aren't you?
Yeah. I'm going in easy slip-off shoes. Trousers with no belt.
Quick as possible.
I mean, I'm through those metal detectors. I'm eating breakfast before someone else is.
Joe shouldn't be packing. We should be packing Joe's
that's true.
I don't know about that.
I like the idea that we have his passport. So when we get to the airport, he's wearing nothing. He's just got clothes on. Yeah. He's not got anything with him. Nah. He's just like, they're like, come through, sir. And he hasn't, they're like, get your stuff from there. He goes, how am I going? They're just like, this guy's a problem. We need to check on this guy. He doesn't have anything with him. He's going... Yeah.
Including no return ticket.
Yeah, there's no return. He does, though, just if you're listening.
I do. It's a quick trip. I'm not going to be...
But even when... I think my point of contact in Philly was Lewis.
That's cool.
But he was in Philly.
Yeah.
I don't know if that works.
I think it does.
He still is, so let's just hope it works. I've been approved, so mine's sorted. So let's just get your guys' balls rolling.
I've already got one.
I have been.
You have to change it.
Yeah, but they're not going to. They don't have to reapprove it.
Yeah, they do.
No, they don't.
They're not.
No, you just change it. You edit it.
I had to do a new one. I got 4 trips out of that. I was quite happy.
That's pretty decent, to be fair.
Yeah, that's a lot.
This is my second out of this one.
Yeah.
I have been traveling around some foreign places, so it might be a little bit skirty trying to get my Esther approved now.
Well, sometimes they say, like, have you recently traveled to Cuba or something? They'll say something like that, and you're just like, whoa, no, I don't think so.
I know, I remember.
When you're doing these forms, you always kind of start questioning.
You're paranoid,
Like, have you been to Egypt in the last 6 months? And I'm like, have I?
know.
I've never been to Egypt.
Are you carrying any food into the country? I'm like,
yeah,
I don't
I don't know. Am I? I don't know what I've done.
I do that because we use our wrestling bag to do the traveling.
Yeah, I always have to make sure. I have scissors for tape.
There could be something weird in there because I don't always check all the pockets. I just throw my stuff in and just.
That's mad. If you're going to like America, you just throw stuff in a bag.
Yeah,
like you don't. I do a full. I've got a blue light out. I've got a little metal detector I rolled around it. I do the. I'm so scared. I find it very chill. I'm not a very stressful traveler.
Yeah,
but I certainly am very worried that I've like slidden a knife in my bag by accident or something. And I'm like, when I was walking out the kitchen, I've hit my bag into the counter and a spoon's gone in there or something. And I'm like, I don't know how that spoon got.
Like when they ask you, did you pack this bag?
I think so.
And
but when they say I'm like, why'd you say I'm?
Yeah, because I've never been asked that before.
Anyway, I'm gonna have a panic attack. Let's move on. What were we gonna talk? I wrote down on this plug right off the start when Bruno starts talking.
Plug?
as in say subscribe to the YouTube.
No, I like that. Thank you.
The other thing I mentioned, you said Plunge, is Joe and I, Alex, our friend Alex, he's on episode something or other.
Have you got a couple deep plunges with you? Are we going Plunge Vs?
Should we go old school?
Well, I was going to pepper or corn it.
All right.
Plunge Vs.
Oh.
It was because we were talking about crab core, and me and Joe were just sat here. Joe and I were sat on the bed watching YouTube. Shout out like a London-based McDonald's for that comment. that is a Lewis Howley special. That
sorry, who?
The Prince of the Elton.
Yeah.
We were just sat there, and we ended up watching 18 Visions, Ask Alexandra, and Attack videos. And my word, we were talking about how I don't know if you want to throw in a couple.
I'm gonna try.
Yeah. Bruno was the most of us. As far as how emo we looked, essentially.
Okay, all right. Yeah, I was definitely at the top.
As far as like Tommy Endings or whoever the guy is called from that one band that was really cool on MySpace.
Can't remember.
He had such lush.
Endings, I think.
He had lush hair. That guy. He was gorgeous. He was unreal. And he was like the coolest of it. I'd say where I got to was like maybe a quarter up that ladder. I had brown hair still. It was over my face. I wasn't.
I would say, sorry to interject, I would say you were so mirror of Dougie Pointer, and it annoyed me because you were so cute back in the day. Honestly.
Yeah, but you're cute as a button. No, and hideous. It
was very Dougie, that haircut.
Yeah, I had the kind of brown hair, and it kind of came across. I wasn't a guy who'd do this a lot.
The lip ring on the opposite
I had the lip
side.
ring. I would just move my hair, and I wasn't bothered if my forehead showed. I was one of these kinds. And I would wear like jeans, the bum was out, and a band shirt. Joe was like Academy is, like he'd gone up, he started to have straight arms, and his head would do this a lot in the street. But he would wear maybe like 3 or 4 belts and a very tight shirt.
I'll try and get that picture of him with belts. Yeah.
A real tight shirt, but he still had the brown hair like me.
Looked like he hasn't eaten for days either. He was a stick figure then.
He was a $1.20 sobbing wet.
While we're on this subject, I found. Do you remember we did that music video for your uni?
Yes, yeah.
The busted one.
My uni. I wish I was at the uni.
Was it uni? What was it?
Primary school.
College.
I found that and showed it to Lisa the other day.
Did you?
And she doesn't know that era of us.
Wow.
Like, and she's very much not.
That's a shame.
She's very much not interested in that era of us.
Oh no, she hates it.
Well, she basically
turn it off. Because I said turn it off.
Well, no, because when it finished, she literally turned to me and said, "Had I known you then, we wouldn't be together."
Yeah, no,
that's mental. What? How did you see it?
I found it. I dug deep. It was on like an old YouTube page or something.
Yeah.
That's mental.
It's out there somewhere.
I found it a couple of years ago. I think it popped up on my algorithm.
What channel did I put that on?
I don't know.
Can't remember where I found it. I found it though. Detective work on there.
Yeah, that's impressive.
I need to look.
There's a very impressive dancing in between the band performances.
This is honestly the one thing that triggers Bruno more than anything is the directing of that piece. He'd put together a masterpiece, and his other lady went, "I'm going to go to my dance class and just film one of our sessions."
No, it was in a conservatory.
Oh my god!
It's not in keeping at all.
We
had floodlights and a full band set up in the woods.
We did. We had instruments and everything. I don't even like the fact that wasn't the part that Lisa was most disappointed about. It was the random dancing. It was the fact that I was the way I was. I looked like one of the trees holding a bass guitar.
I like the idea as well. A Welsh person.
Yeah.
At that age, what are you supposed to do? You're into your rugby. You play sport, and you were just hands out straight, like great stuff though.
Oh, yeah.
No, Joe was there, and then Bruno had the jet black, which I think really did help the look, and he had the tunnels.
Oh yeah.
Can you call them?
I say tunnels, yeah. They're the size of a piercing, but they look like tunnels for sure. They were a little bit open.
I respect that because I feel like you would have regretted that choice now. I think.
Yes, I think I would have. I think I got to about 4 mil and I couldn't get to 6. I was such a little bitch boy. I could not get it.
Bruno, we sat in our toilet and I Vaselined up a horn and I tried sliding in there for him just to get it out, and he was going, and I was like, oh my god, it's gonna tear.
Like he was tearing.
Yeah, I bet it did.
How do people do it?
That's basically what the conversation was, though. That we didn't fully commit enough that we would regret it now, other than some weird pictures somewhere.
Though that footage exists.
Yeah. We haven't got like weird tattoos now we regret.
Yeah.
I could show Lisa some more incriminating footage, I think.
yeah, definitely. I think if she did take that one well, I think we just keep it all in hidden forever.
I'm going to be honest, that was about 3 or 4 decades ago for me, so...
Yeah, it's a different human. But Bruno was there, but Bruno was still in... I don't really think of Bruno as in all black. I mean, he might have worn all black a couple times, like we all did.
I had an Asker's hoodie and,
black jeans. But I think of you as turquoise hoodie and blue jeans. But with
my iconic picture, my iconic pose. Honestly.
Iconic.
I need to recreate that. I need to get a nice turquoise hoodie again.
Oh, yeah.
I think... You were kind of at the top, but I mean, you still weren't in this area. Like when we go, because we're country kids essentially, like as in not country music. Well, we are kind of, but we listen to country music, but still, even then, but we were in the middle of nowhere.
Yes.
Really, we weren't in a big city. We were in small towns. Whereas the city kids, you go there to meet up with some bands or whatever, and they've got the Plunge V down here. They're 14. They've got a full chest piece tattoo. Yeah. It isn't this big, and their hair is immaculate. Yeah. And there's a tinge of makeup.
We didn't get into Plunge Vs until we were about 17, 18, going out. We had passed the emo phase. And
I had to get a couple gym sessions in before I was putting one on.
And there was a couple times back in the emo days where I tried to dye the back of my hair pink.
We were pinkcore.
We were pinkcore. That was a thing.
Because my mum used to dye my hair. She had to do that for about 2 years. And my dad had to look at me.
This is what we were just talking about. I was like, there's no way that, like, when I don't think I was too far gone that it was that bad. Because, I mean, a lot of kids have longer hair and stuff like that, and they're grumpy or whatever. I wasn't necessarily a grumpy kid, but I mean, I had long hair and I was probably a teenager. But there must have been times where I was just talking to Dad where you couldn't see my eyes because my hair was there. And I was dead serious, and I had a little lip piercing, and I can imagine in his head he thought, I'm going to push him out. I'm going to push him down. He had to have thought about it.
I kind of understand this now, because when parents say that thing like, cut your hair, I can't see your face?
Yeah.
I do that with Sylvester, the dog I have.
Yeah.
When his hair gets too long and I can't see his eyes,
cut his face.
I don't like it, because I can't see his eyes, so I have to keep pushing it out of his eyes, and then we have to trim it, and I'm like, I can see your eyes now.
Yeah, but he gets so annoyed when you don't trim him right, though.
Oh no, we shaved him now, and he's fine.
He looks alright, I think.
He looks okay.
Yeah.
I'd rather he had longer hair.
Yeah, but he gets frustrated with the hair.
But I said that if I had a kid, though, I always thought I'd like a kid to just grow their hair.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, Jason Momoa's kid.
Yeah, because I always think of like Mowgli from the jungle.
Yeah, Jason Momoa's kid is that.
Yeah,
runs around barefoot, plays the bass, has long hair. Yeah, cool kid.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with that. And I know you were going with maybe I wouldn't think that now, but I'm soon to be.
Yeah.
And it's certainly going to be that way.
I want to see the kid's luscious locks.
Yeah, if it gets Lissy's, good. If it gets mine, I mean,
Oh, Lissy's hair is luscious.
Yeah. We were saying if he gets Lissy's hair, Lissy was like, if he gets my hair, my eyes, her jaw, her cheekbones, and my jaw, I said he's gonna be like one of these. Like,
oh yeah,
he's gonna be great. And he's gonna be tall.
Yeah, when he gets older, Stanley Tucci.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Mark Strong.
Well, yeah. Once my genes kick back in, and he has to shave his head at 26.
Fantastic.
Yeah. But no, in the early ages, I mean, I think it's cool. You know, and they have like the little, you get like a 3 or 4. He's got like a snapback on. He's got long hair.
Yeah.
Yeah. This kid's gonna be so styled out, by the way.
On the subject of snapbacks, I have a Salty Crew snapback, right? And I tried to put it on the other day. I don't think it's ever fitting my head at all.
Yeah.
And it's a beautiful green one with then like the mesh on the back.
I know this hat. I've worn that hat.
Have you?
I've worn that hat. I remember wearing it in the back of your car.
Oh. So it will be up for grabs, I think. I feel like it needs a home. So
I tell you what, I'm shopping around for a hat for Florida at the minute.
Yeah.
Do you know what else I also kept out of being donated to the clothes bin or charity shops? 2 turtlenecks. One for you and one for you.
Oh, I'm wearing it on the plane. That's forgiven.
Let's go.
I'm wearing a gold chain, fanny pack, and that. No luggage.
I'll try and get one that fits me too.
Oh, hell yeah. We can do the creeper. What is that song?
Do the creep.
Is that the one, or was it Turtleneck and Chain?
Turtleneck and Chain.
Plunge V's.
Plunge V's.
That's what I was going to say. Is like you go to the city and they would have the chest piece, the big ears. They're just immaculate. You're just like, how are they? They're 14.
Yeah.
Like, how have they done this? And I'm sat there with like the long brown hair or whatever, and it's greasy. Yeah. They're like, I don't know what they've done. Straightened one part. This bit's here. This one's got a perm just out the back.
Yeah.
They just went and found what the craze was.
Yeah, it's mad. But we were never there. But I do think me and Mike regretted it.
We were more Every Time I Die than Black Dahlia Murder. That's a really good way of putting it. That's the way it is.
That's a really good. Yeah, Bruno.
I like that.
He said. We were watching a Danny Warsop.
Who? Lead singer of Asking Alexandria?
Yeah.
Oh, good knowledge.
Yeah. He did a quiz. I'm going to send this to you. You don't have to put this on the podcast. Where he's answering questions.
What does he look like now? Because he
looks like you.
He went through some stuff.
He went through some like
stuff,
you.
But his stuff is actually like, because we just did a read up on him. He lives in Tennessee now. This kid's from Sheffield, by the way, and he's lived in America for the last 20 years. He's a country singer now. He's got a big, like the beehive, and he's got the nice, like Zach Brown hat, and he's delivering some decent music. But he did this quiz. We just randomly, it came on after one of the videos we were just watching, and he's answering questions about like lyrics to certain songs, and they're going to tell him the lyric. You have to guess what song he wrote. And there's a bit where when you do like the hit list and you can't remember, and you goes. And you like stare into nothing, but you got those like black eyes. And he does that, and it's a spitting image. Yeah. You don't have to show on the podcast.
He is a little bit ginger, though, isn't he? Or a lot of ginger.
Oh yeah, you are. You know the video where he's making a steak. Have you seen that one?
I think the music video.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Okay, you need to watch that after this.
All right.
That's how you need to look.
Okay.
Because I think. Do you know what I kind of think though? I think you would suit tattoos.
Yeah.
I really do want some tattoos.
Do you reckon if I can get some like?
Yeah.
I think you with the hand toes and like a ring or so, like a couple rings.
Maybe because I am so pale, it might actually help.
Pop. Yeah. Like you think of Teddy Swims, you think of Jelly Roll, you think of Danny Warsnop. They all are kind of gingery. If
this blows up and I can leave the corporate world, then then yeah, I will.
Yeah. I think now people will just have tattoos when they're at work and that.
They do. But there's something about it that
I guess when you do your meetings and out on Zoom, you have all the cameras on, I guess.
I definitely don't.
Yeah. So they could smell the tattoos probably. Anyway, pepper or corn it, Plunge V's. I'm gonna
pepper it because I loved that error, but we were late to the plunge. Sorry, I definitely interrupted you then.
No, I was asking you a question. You gave me an answer. It's like the affliction error. I had a lot of V's. I don't think I wore a plunge V. Like Paul would wear like the circular, but I would wear the V.
Yeah.
But I still kind of like a V cut.
Yeah.
I don't mind a V cut.
Like all my kind of regular t-shirts were V cut.
But my hamburger chest just like pops out.
I think that adds to it. I think we were talking about it as well because like 3 years ago, skinny jeans and shirts that are longer were in. Whereas now, skinny jeans are very much out and long shirts are very much out. The shorter the shirt, the better for your posture and stuff. And it makes you look better. So in fashion-wise, it's all flipped around. If in 2011 you asked me about a bunch of V's, I would pepper it. Right now, I'm going to corn it.
Whoa, controversial.
I quite like a plunge V.
You wear one now? You want to wear one up?
I've worn plunge V's.
You only wear plunge V's in Florida.
I think I was saying that. I say I've worn a plunge V recently. It's probably just a V-neck shirt.
Or a vest.
Yeah.
You like a vest.
Not anymore.
Did Joe ever have a plunge?
I don't think I can't imagine Joe wearing a plunge.
I definitely know you had one. Paul definitely had one. Gibbard definitely had one. There was a night out where we were all wearing.
Yeah. I don't think I've
plunges.
ever had the circular one. I just definitely had a big V.
Yes. Yeah.
I'm fairly sure I wore rosary beads with it.
Probably, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. That was the thing. I hope it was a thing. I think because I don't think I did it, but I remember Luke Holmes did it.
Yeah.
And I thought that guy looks cool.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah.
Sorry, Joe.
No, crack on.
Remember Jack and old Ryan coming in the same
yeah.
affliction t-shirts?
That was great.
That was one of my favourite memories. And it was like genuine annoyance as well. Like they had to go back to the room.
I've never seen it happen for real in real life.
Oh, it was like
Literally wandering into the lobby in the same shirt.
They came from the same room. That's what's the weirdest part. Yeah. Anyway.
I think these days I quite like I like a round neck shirt though, that it has to be kind of somewhat tight to the neck.
Yeah, Bruno's are so tight. I always think he's wearing a turtleneck. I don't know how he keeps them like that. Apparently it's put in like I don't know if you do this, but you put baking soda on it and tie it up or something.
Yeah, I do, yeah.
People do that, don't they? Tie up their shirt to the top.
I feel like that's more for tie-dye stuff, but if you tied it up, then it definitely would get those wrinkles. I just try not to stretch it. Do you know, like when you put shirts on, you're like, I
want everything stretched out.
I try not to do that. But on that holiday where Jack and Ryan, it just came into my mind where Jack and Ryan wore the same shirt. Remember that first night where it was just us three and Ledge there? We went down into the hotel restaurant, the steakhouse, and Ledge took my wallet.
Yeah.
And then he didn't give it back. I panicked. I went all the way back up to the room.
Yeah, I remember this.
For ages.
Yeah, did he ever give it back?
Yeah, he did when I came back down, but he didn't stop me from going up to the room.
Yeah, he's crazy. That is a lot. That guy slapped meat in front of us as well. That was a great time. The guy with the bread, he kept like reaching around.
I know. That was beautiful bread and it was good steak, but I had a panic attack that night, and I wanted to ever know like what you three were doing when I went back up for so long.
I'm fairly sure he never smarted us up.
No.
What?
No.
Yeah, I don't think he said like I've got it. I don't think I knew.
That is nuts.
Yeah. He's like Bob Holly in the back of a car.
A quick story about the guy slapping the meat as well. He came and showed us all the different variations of steak.
They're really expensive.
Yeah, kept slapping it. He was there for about 25 minutes.
He had a cart for it.
Showing all of it. And I went for the cheapest thing on the menu, which was like a chicken sandwich.
Yeah.
It's good
I don't think any of us got an actual.
No, I did. I think I did.
It wasn't from his little tray, I don't think.
Maybe
you got the expensive. Did you get the big one or the fillet?
It was like a 32 ounce or something, wasn't it? It was.
You got the
stupid.
big guy. I got the fillet. Yeah. I think I did. It was $50. That's burnt inside my brain.
Yeah,
I'll never get that $50 back.
And Joe will never probably get the money back from the Hyatt. I've been there before as well. He put all the money for the hotel on it, didn't he?
Oh, on the credit card. I'm still paying that off.
Yeah.
And it didn't. But we all paid you up front, but I don't think it came out until you got there. So I'm not sure. But I've been there before where I've had to like pay it off before, and it's for some reason that money, it's like boy math, it's just gone.
Yeah, you can't deal with it. That's what's happening with my stag. The stag currently. Did you hear that little Freudian slip? My stag.
My stag.
Yeah.
The way you were talking a couple of times, saying I'm going to this place and this place.
Yeah.
It's almost like your pseudo stag. Did you not enjoy your? Did you not enjoy your first one? Can you just tell me like outright?
My first one.
I took you to Nottingham, all right. I took you via wherever I took you by.
Yeah.
I took you for some
We bought a TV from a mosque, didn't we?
I bought a TV. I set my guy up so he could watch SmackDown on Fox for the first night ever.
Kofi Kingston.
Wow. Oh, I don't know what happened to that TV either.
No, I mean, don't you use it for work or something? Didn't Josh get upset about it?
Yeah.
You had to come off his teeth for a second to answer his question or something. Bruno, you're just having a go at me for me saying, we're going to do this, we're going to do this.
Yeah.
Could you just quickly give us a little summary of your spreadsheet for Vegas?
So far, it is just the travel to and from the airports and WrestleMania, the weekend of it.
Yeah, that part doesn't bother me. It's the next bit.
All right. Of all the lists of activity, did you not see the top headings? It says Bruno score, Claire score.
I know. I'm 100% aware. That's what I'm saying.
Right.
This is what's crazy about the whole thing.
What's that?
What's that? It literally has, it says activities. There's 500 activities that you could potentially do in Vegas.
I wanted them all on there.
He's not backing down from this. He's coming with me here.
Yeah.
And then the next line, if I remember correctly, is price. He's only got like one price here. He's not done that much research, but it's certainly there. Then there's another one which is like I don't know, ramifications or something. He's got something in there.
Restrictions.
Restrictions. It is like Bruno's want out of 10, and then Claire out of 10. What they want.
Yeah.
And then all you can see in here so far is there's a sunset at the sign, and Bruno's got a 10 next to it already. So I'm not even budging on this. That's what he's saying.
Non-negotiate.
But it's the idea that he's scaling it. But like I said, it's genius.
Yeah.
It's a great way to find out, like, all right, there's two people going. If you have this as a 1 and I've got it as a 10, it's a bit unfair to kind of be like, could you come along to this?
Yeah.
But if they're both at an 8, then that's like a good idea. It makes a lot of sense. It's just crackers.
I said to her that because obviously we're doing the wrestling stuff in the middle, she gets more leverage either side if there's like ever.
Why does she not want to meet Drew Gulak or anyone? I don't think that goes with the company. I think cancelled actually.
She's very much looking forward to WrestleMania. She's always wanted to go. She wanted to go to Miami.
Oh, she's seen a few on those WrestleMania nights
on TV.
Yeah.
She's not been allowed to go one. But the thing is, Bruno's quite stubborn as well. Like he's gonna go like, you know what? He has to give up. He's like, you're seeing a lot of wrestling there, so you got more leeway on these other ones, all right? And then he's like, but that one I'm doing. Even if I have to leave you in the room, I'm going. Like he starts getting like that the closer it gets, because I've been on the receiving end of that a couple of times.
Like if you're not behind me, follow me out the door.
He's like, I don't care if any of you can afford it. I'm going to that, and then you stop. Yeah. He gets like that right in the last second. So I mean, she can look forward to that. He'd be on the plane. He'd be sat there. He'd be writing in his journal, and then he'll turn and he'll go, "You know the sign thing?" And she goes, "Yeah, I know. It's unfortunate." He goes, "I'm going. It doesn't matter if you're not there." And that it will start off something. Yeah.
That's not where you want to fall out on a plane.
No, you don't want to fall out on a plane. Everyone should get on a plane. Anyway.
Really?
Yeah, you're going to do that to me for sure. Gonna put the old bullet club to my for a picture for sure. I don't think you should do that on a plane, even for a picture.
The marshal will be on you.
Because I think it's a little bit threatening if someone's like, "What's he doing there?" They might not know we know each other. We're not sitting together, any of us. I'm going to try to scatter us around the plane.
Make conversation with strangers.
Because you know that's like on my list, like on my little like.
I love the idea that we're just like. How you doing?
You make friends back there, yeah?
Yeah, there's something adult about us walking to each other's side, like chair and like leaning over and standing for a lot of the flight. Like,
yeah, who's this then? Who's friend?
Wait, who's this? Good to see you. What are you watching? You got Don John on again? That's good stuff.
Don John.
I
watched Don John on a flight once. A bad decision.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah.
I am due one, to be fair, because remember that time I stitched you up.
Oh, yeah. I watched the whole flight of you just looking through I just saw this. Your face just appearing. I was next to the 2 largest humans I've ever met. And all I could see 3 levels up was Bruno's face in just a little crevice. And all I could see was teeth and eyes. And I think you had I don't know, 2 in the middle, didn't you? It was you and Bruno.
It was just us.
Yeah, I think so.
I don't know why we didn't move to go sit with you. Either way, yeah, we were just yeah. No, I think with because I'm not paying for we're not paying for like the seat. You have to pay for your seats now if you want to do it within the before 24 hours. But they do station you together.
I think they do
5 tickets together. Yeah. But it might be like 3 and then a 2 behind. But we can just figure it out. I do have a kind of something to bring back up from a past episode. So I said, I don't think it was last week. I think it was the week before. Certain things you remember wrong. And you only recently found this out. Like the right way to do it or the right thing. Like I said, the Friends song. I didn't know that's what they said. I was singing something else. Have you got one?
Oh, wait. That thing that you were going to bring this up last week. There's a part of that. Was it a part of that song that you thought was said a different way as well?
Which song?
The Friends song.
No.
Okay.
No.
I've got another one from that song, but I can't remember it now.
Okay. What's yours, Brent?
My one was I was driving back from my sister's last night. Yeah, it was last night. Reckless by E63 came on.
Yeah, with a capital R. Did you not notice that?
Did not know that until that point. I don't know why it clicked at that point. No idea. I don't know. I think I was just going with a and I don't think I was. I think I was just making my own lyrics for it.
But it makes total sense because what he's singing about. Yeah. It's good. This is the stuff I like. But we had a little email in from Sammy Tustin, Sammy Forever on Twitch and other platforms. Big TBA person. We call it a general. Been here since day one. She's supported all of us. Yeah. And I didn't shout it last week. She actually came up to Cody Ugly well out of her way to come see us as a surprise.
Mental.
She sent me one in saying a little carry on from that one was places you didn't know where they were. You always thought it was the other one. She gave me 2 examples for her.
Okay.
And hers was when she hears a new Scotland Yard, she always thought it was in Scotland. And didn't realize it was in London.
Yeah.
And the other one was West Indies. She has always assumed it was in India when she was younger.
All right.
Because it was like West India, West Indies kind of thing.
Easily done, yeah.
And I have a really big one from Lissy. And this turns out to be actually a thing that a lot of people do. For example, Bruno, where's Lisbon?
Portugal.
Right. We know that. We went to Portugal.
Yeah.
A lot of people think Lisbon is in Australia.
Lisbon, Brisbane, doesn't it? It's like that.
I think it is that, yeah. But apparently a lot of people instantly think when they hear Lisbon, they go, oh, Australia. So like when you ask someone, I think it's tough if you're like a football fan and in Europe to not know that.
Yeah.
Because you know Sporting Lisbon and you're like, oh, they're in the Portuguese.
I think it's why we're so good at geography.
Yeah, so like as far as like being a European, I think of an American who had never been to Europe or Australia. But apparently a lot of people, for whatever reason, do. And I think it might be what you said. It's the Brisbane thing.
Yeah.
But Lissy had it as when she was young. She was like, Lisbon, Australia. And I was like, no, Lisbon, Portugal. She goes, but there's one in Australia. And we looked it up. There's no Lisbon, Australia. But then on the Google, it said so many people think Lisbon is in Australia.
Wow.
So it's like a Mandela effect of places. But my one is awful. And this is going to bother you a lot.
All right.
In Atlanta, you know the arena? You know outside it has that structure?
Yes.
Yeah. Didn't realize that's spelled Atlanta.
Oh, yeah. Along the side of the building. Yeah.
That's new to me.
We stood there.
I've stood there.
We've walked under it. We've walked by it.
I've gone, wow, all lit up. I went, that's really cool.
Hell no,
and you know, I went, oh, that, such cool shapes. And it wasn't until
whenever W were in Atlanta.
Yeah. I don't know when W were in Atlanta. They showed it and I went,
recently.
This is Atlanta. And Lissy went, sorry. And I was like, that spells Atlanta. Like as if I was the one I figured something out. She was like,
To be fair,
Yeah, no, I learned that in 2011 when you showed me WrestleMania from a
To be fair, you were talking Joe out for a little bit because obviously the Dasani water incident.
Yeah, that was a big one. But that was the stadium. I'll say that.
But it was right. The stadium's right by that. The old Georgia Dome.
Oh, of course it is.
Is
Yeah,
by
yeah,
it, and it's on that beautiful field.
Oh, we sat on there, yeah.
That arena as well has been revamped, isn't it?
Yeah,
the arena and the
Mercedes-Benz.
stadium.
Yeah.
But the arena...
I don't think the arena has.
Okay, do you remember we parked just opposite that
Yes.
structure?
Yeah.
In the shadiest patch of grass, and the guy was like, give me $50.
Yeah.
And we were just like, I remember walking up that hill towards those fun shapes.
Yeah.
Outside. And us all going, do you reckon that car will be there?
That was for one of the accesses, wasn't it? Because we walked back from Mania.
Yeah, exactly. From Raw after Mania, we were on. When you look at the Rock and Stone Cena, you can see us four all just standing there. And we went back in a hurricane and running all the way back, pouring. And then we had to put that damn clothes in our suitcase, change our clothes, and then put them in the car.
And get out.
Hell yeah.
That was fun, though.
But
one of the worst storms to hit.
I think it's in the top 10 worst ever tornado situations in American history, and we drove for it.
I
love it. That was fun.
Yeah, there's a lot. There's a lot to unpack with that one. We definitely should have stopped in hindsight.
Yeah.
Now I've seen Twisters, the new one, in that beginning bit where they go in the underpass. There's no way getting away from that.
No.
Nah.
I realise that now.
Yeah.
Well, I think the first Twister...
if the car started to go, that was us.
Well, the first Twister, it shaded our eyes from fatalities. It shaded us from fatalities.
I don't know what you just said, but I totally agree. You said it in such a way that really scared me.
I don't think anyone died in the first Twister.
Did they not? Unalive.
That's what was so shocking. That was so shocking about the Twister. Is in the first scene, unalive.
I showed Lissy that the other day, and I said at the start, I was like, she was like, it's scary. I don't really want to see it. And I was like, it's not scary. It is scary, but it's not. And I was like, and then I went, during the first scene, I went, this is the worst part of the whole film.
Yeah.
I said, hang in there, because it really upset me when I saw it as well. It's just too much. I was just like, they're gone. They're gone forever.
It was just
it's the first time I've ever dealt with death.
Loud and real, you know?
Great acting.
Great acting.
The only film I'd ever seen was Twister. And then the second film I'd ever seen was Twister.
Yeah, well, that's...
So I'm used to no unaliving.
yeah, this is all new.
So that shocked me.
In Jurassic Park, do people actively... I feel like I haven't seen it in so long. People actively unalive in Jurassic Park, or is it
there is a couple.
Or is it assumed? Like, someone falls in the raptor pit and then it just pans away.
No, there was that bit. There's a scene in the first Jurassic Park.
Go ahead.
Where the guy sat on the toilet.
Oh, no, not that one. That was
he's thinking of the spitter.
The spitter, yeah. But he gets his truck caught in the mud. But there's that scene where the guy's hiding in the toilet from T-Rex. And he comes through the top of the toilet.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
That's mad. Can you imagine if dinosaurs were real? That's crazy.
Yeah.
Anyway.
The bad thing on that one quickly, the bad thing about our generation and us, whatever, if Jurassic Park was made, we would go.
Oh, 100%. I'm there.
Yeah, I would live there. I'd go to, I'd have one of those hotels to have the window that you're in the park still.
I mean, I've worked with a lot of reactive dogs now. So
it's the same.
I feel like Chris Pratt with Blue in the new ones.
I don't know why you're bringing up the guy I went to school with.
I think I'm there.
That Christian son of a bitch.
Talk about gorgeous hair.
Yeah, right. Yeah, mine would never sit like that. Nor would my clothes. I mean,
he was a beautiful boy from Hong Kong.
Yeah, he was. Nothing about me sits right. Go ahead.
Which leads me on to my thing.
Oh, here we go. by the way, did you have a place? Is that what you're about to say?
Yeah,
okay, cool.
I never... I didn't tweak until quite recently.
You didn't tweak?
That Hong Kong is in China. I thought Hong Kong was its own country. Its own, thing.
I think I kind of knew it, but I think I could easily, if I was, if you're in a room and you're doing a quiz and someone goes Hong Kong and if you said in China, I'd go, yeah. If I was completely alone and there was a guy talking to me and goes, is Hong Kong in China? I would have a panic attack and go,
you'd feel like a trick question.
Yeah, I'd be, so I don't think I'm 100% either, but I am, kind of.
There is a place over that way. There is like that, though, isn't there? Is it? I don't know if it's Beijing or something.
Shanghai.
Is it Shanghai? It's something that sounds like
both in China.
Singapore.
Not in China. Its own country.
Beijing.
It's Singapore then. There is a country that sounds like it's potentially going to be in China, but it is its own country.
Seoul.
Korea.
You're very good at this.
Bruno loves South Korea. That's why. Because we had a conversation with someone who actually been to Japan, and he was saying like Tokyo, Japan, and that people think like neon lights. It's really high tech. It's actually stuck in the 90s. It's just got a lot of lights.
Yeah.
And they were saying, but South Korea and Seoul, that is in the future. Yeah. That's the place. If you're like wanting flying cars and hoverboards, that's the place to go.
I definitely want to do. Apparently, this year is the cheapest year to travel to Japan.
Oh, what's that then?
I don't know. I think their tourism's just gone up, which is good.
I'll say another one, by the way, that I'm very confused by. North America is a continent. Yeah. It has Canada and it has America.
And it has Mexico.
Yeah, and it has South. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, wait, this is where I get confused. There's South America. And I instantly go Chile, Barcelona, I go Brazil, all those places. And I say, and Mexico. Then I know then I know there's Central America. Now I get confused because I'm like, but Mexico's connected to Texas. So where does Central America come in? Like Haiti and Honduras.
That's all Central America. That's all Northern America, but it's actually because Central America.
No, because Central is not a continent.
It's not a continent, but it's classed.
It is a thing.
Yeah. So Puerto Rico.
So Mexico is in Central America.
It is Central America, but it's classed as North America.
But then when people say like South American football players, they go Brazil, Mexico, but they don't say Honduras. And Haiti and Honduras is all Central America.
Mexico definitely isn't in South America.
Well, it can't be because it's
Panama. Panama is
Panama.
Like the
border to go down. I know that place confuses me. The same way like people say like Bahamas.
Yeah.
If someone said St. Lucia, Bahamas, Dominican, Cuba, and Puerto Rico, I'm like, is this all off the coast of Florida or am I way off?
That is all off the coast of Florida. With some of those, I would have put them near Africa.
I would have put St. Lucia, unless Lissy went there for a wedding. I would have put St. Lucia with like Maldives.
Yeah.
Or it's Maldives. Maldives is in Florida.
Maldives is no. Maldives is this way.
Yeah. Bora Bora, Maldives. I would say, St. Lucia's that way. But then Sri Lanka and everything is.
Bora Bora is in off Hawaii. It's past Hawaii. It's in the French Peninsula. It's like between Australia and America.
Is it really?
It's in that one. Yeah, it's completely like. After this episode, go search Bora Bora on the map and then zoom out.
To Milan, it's
to
tiny.
Where it is. It's mental.
That scares me so much. Because like when I think of Sri Lanka, I'm like, is that one of the like Dominican?
Yes.
But then I'm like, no, because I think it's like West Indies is there.
Yeah. Yes, it is, and Jamaica's there as well, isn't it? It's the Caribbean.
Yeah, but
isn't it?
But when I think of Jamaica, I think they're in the African Cup of Nations. I'm so Egypt throws me sometimes.
Yeah. Egypt, yeah. Well, Egypt's.
I don't know why.
Egypt,
I don't know if this makes any sense.
Or
but when I hear Jamaica,
Africa?
I think it's really high up on the earth, and I don't know why. I just think it is.
What is
Jamaica? I don't know why. I just naturally I'm like, it's up here somewhere, and But I'm quite decent at geography. Nothing I've said so far makes you think that. I'm okay. I'm not this good.
You are, yeah.
But instantly, when I think of Jamaica, I was like, it's up there somewhere. I don't know why I think that.
Before I kind of knew where it was, because it's all in those islands. So like Puerto Rico, like Jamaica, it's all in that Caribbean islands there.
Right. Yeah.
But I would have I don't know where I would have put it way closer to South America. I would have said Jamaica was in South America.
Yeah, it's I don't know. Another one that bothers me is I know certain people, my wife and my papa, they when they talk about maps, I'll say, for example, where we used to live, down in Devon.
Okay.
Because when I look at a map, I think that's down in Devon.
Yeah.
They would say that's up. Because they imagine if you're traveling that way, you're traveling.
Yeah, you travel up to the A34.
It's like Joey getting in the map.
Yeah.
It's like, they're like, no, like if they went to France, they're like, yeah, we go up to France. And I'm like, no, it's on the map, it's down. They're like, down. But if you're traveling to France, it's an arrow's going up, isn't it?
You're going south.
If I'm looking at France, it's there.
Yeah.
It's not down. So they kind of spin on the spot. So wherever they're going is always north. It feels like, and it throws me. So when me.
Come to stop it.
Because it's south.
There's it's like saying South America's North America. It's it's.
I always.
That triggers me. That triggers me. That's the only thing that triggers me.
I always say I'm coming up or across to you.
That makes sense to me.
You're coming up and across.
Yeah, it kind of feels like you're coming up and across.
Either or, yeah.
You're going northwest.
Yeah.
But they would say coming straight forward up north to you. Even if I'm coming to you, that's what they would say.
Yeah, I've never understood that theory.
Yeah, because like that would say is like, because if you're standing here like a phone, you know when you're doing the GPS?
Yeah.
In that little segment that follows you, that's how they look. So if you turned it all the way to Australia, I'd think Australia is far out east.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To them, it's just straightforward because you've turned to look at it. And it's going up towards Australia.
But you have to run everything by the actual...
They don't.
Like north, south, east, west. Like,
they don't.
That's how everything is. The world would be like on its axis.
So she'll say to her, I'm coming up to Devon. And I'm like, but that's down. She says, no, because if we're traveling towards it, we're going towards it. It's up. And I'm like,
you're triggering. You're triggering me.
Yeah. That's throwing the compass right off.
Yeah. But I mean, they're both smarter than me, and that's what makes me think I'm the wrong.
Yeah, you do.
You have to respect the compass.
If we don't, we've got nothing.
We've got nothing if we don't respect our compasses. Bruno, I watched the film this week.
South.
I think of Criminal Minds when you say that. North Star. North Star's north because they're facing it. It's north.
Yeah.
I'm so confused.
God, they would have got properly lost in that One Tree Hill episode.
Is that the one with Pete Wentz?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well done,
I haven't got lost in the woods enough.
You.
I haven't got lost in the woods.
I know.
Do you see I like you?
I do, yeah.
Oh, okay.
I like that you got that.
I'm going to dye my hair black before the holiday as well.
Oh, I'll go blonde.
To be fair, it looks very dark at the moment.
Yeah, I've definitely had a conversation today in my inner monologue about shaving my head.
Let's all shave our heads.
No, not all of us. no, it's honestly, if you or Bruno shaved your head anytime soon, it would wind me up. Because you have the ability to have any hair you want, and you've gone with that. I have no ability.
It's amazing.
And I've had to do it.
Honestly.
I can imagine. I dream of it all the time. I'm like, can you imagine if my hairline was down here like Steven Gerrard?
It's the best.
I'd have a fade or something.
Should we take you to North London, wherever it is? Would you ever get a transplant stuff?
Oh, transplant. I've talked about it now, Albert.
No.
Do you know what it is? Is my hair is absolutely fine here. Like it's fine. It's just thin here. I don't think they do transplants for that.
I think they do.
Because if you see, because if you look at like Beckham, who's had like the transplant, he's still thin here. You can't implant it because you have to shave it. So you'd have to shave a big circle and then add extra things.
I think that's potential, but
I don't think I care enough. I just need to get juicy.
There we go. That's all we need. What did you watch on TV?
New Amazon Prime direct film. Will Ferrell, Reese Witherspoon.
It's cool.
It's very, very funny. You're cordially invited.
It's
one of these like 2008 slapstick comedies, but it's not quite as good because it's direct to a streaming service. It's not The Hangover, you know what I mean? It's not going to feed generations, but I mean,
is it top 10 Will Ferrell? Does it break?
Absolutely not. Don't do that.
Okay.
I don't. Do you know what? If I was going to top 10 Will Ferrell, I think there's a chance it could. Because Anchorman 1's first, Anchorman 2's second, and then Step Brothers is third. Old School is fourth. Elf is fifth. After that, I mean, you fall off a little bit because I mean he's in everything.
Yeah. Talladega.
So like
Talladega.
I think you knew you said alligator, and there's an alligator in this film. It is so slapstick. He did a film not too long ago. I can't remember what it's called. Maybe The House.
Oh yeah,
and
that's good.
They're like the kid moves out and they have like a illegal gambling ring in the basement or something, and it's like it's that kind of film.
Yeah.
So I watched it. It's very funny, but there's a lot of humor in it. For example, someone sings Creed in it. There's some vape humor where they're making fun of vapes a little bit. There's a lot of TikTok humor.
Right up your strata, isn't it?
Yeah, there's girls in there that like keep saying you're gaslighting me constantly, like anything. And at the end, he's like, "Do you even know what it means?" She's like, "Yeah," and then he's just like, he explains exactly what she is. Oh, I've been using that way wrong. But like, you know how I like to say it after everything. Like, yeah, it's that humor. Like, it's kind of. By the way, if someone's being gaslit, this is comedy. This is a comedy thing. It's a very, very sad situation. But I like it when people when they use it too regularly. So I like to use it too regularly in our group of friends, not out in the wild. But there's a lot of that type of humor in it. And Reese Witherspoon's brilliant, and so is Will Ferrell. So there's a lot of like screaming and like shouting at each other and just over the top stuff.
I finished Rivals and I started on the Silly Isles.
Did you?
That one, episode 1. So I got 2 more episodes to go on that as well.
Yeah, it's interesting. I like something like for you, it probably feels like home, doesn't it? All the posh Tories, but it just has that kind of feel, doesn't it? Like
right into that one, didn't I?
Yeah, there's an element to it where you're just like, I can imagine Brennan going, "Oh, I'd love to go there." Like, even though something bad's happened, he's like, "Wow, look at the scenery." He's like, "How much would that be on a scale of 1 to 10? How much do I want to do it? I'll write it down, and I'll see if the boys all agree, and then we'll go." And then an hour before I go, it doesn't matter what you're doing, I'm going. That's good stuff. That was everything I had in my book. Has anyone else got
you done very well there.
I think about a lot in a week, do you know what I mean? And I bring it to the show. Oh, I tell you what I do want to talk about, a little bit of sport. The trades in the NFL. Myles Garrett up for trade.
Yeah.
And Cooper Kupp.
I haven't seen that one.
Cooper Kupp just
been announced today?
He's
requested.
They've said to him, "You're up for trade," and he said, "I never wanted to leave LA. I guess this is where my story's taking me. So I'm going to go train, and I'll be where I am next year."
It's because they got that Hawaiian boy Puka Nakua.
Yeah, very good. Both of them, I have no clue where they're going to end up. But
Myles Garrett will either be a Chief or probably like an Eagle or something, an Eagle or a Lion, because he wants a Super Bowl. He will want a ring, yeah. And it's like the Dominican Sue going to the Bucks, got a ring, so
yeah,
it's that type of thing. Because I'm not sure who could else like compete really. It's got to be that. The Cooper Kupp one is tough because he's coming off an injury and then he was kind of like matched with Nakua. So who could afford him or who's going to pay him enough, you know? Probably another Chief, you know? They'll find a way to pay him and do it.
Somehow. Mahomes will like, I'll remortgage the house. Let's get it.
Everyone goes there.
Yeah, I don't know. I was interested by the Cooper Kupp one just because
that's very surprising.
He's won a Super Bowl. He's one of the most he's like the smartest wide receiver. He does a lot of blocking. He's like a good team player.
He's the modern day Edelman.
Yeah, he'll be such an asset.
Technically better, but also not
different, slightly different. Yeah. But then I think he's a real smart type player that will probably stay in the league for a long time. But I think of things like Hopkins and people like that kind of jump around teams after they lose that first team. And they never truly find a place. I mean, Hopkins could win a Super Bowl this year, but
he had to go.
He's not the guy, though. Do you know what I mean? Like he's just one of many. So I don't know. I was looking at it. I was like, I wonder where he ends.
I could, yeah.
And it's got to be someone who has a package as well that the Rams are going to want.
It's a tough one. I
tell you what I think I'd love to see him, and this is going to sound awful. He's like Carolina Panthers.
I get it, but I think that he still wants to compete as well. Like in the later years, he'll probably take a slightly reduced contract, but probably more than what the Rams are going to offer him.
Yeah.
And to be honest, if they're just putting him up for capital, aren't they? They want picks. Maybe
it's the reverse of the craziest transfer, or what is it? Draft. Is that the word?
Draft, trade. Which one?
Trade. The Luka one, Luka Dončić. The state of that trade.
I'm not following that. Where, like, because there's been ridiculous, isn't there?
Yeah, so he's been in Dallas forever, and he's the best player in the league comfortably.
Yeah.
He just likes to eat a little bit of food on his off time, and he doesn't really like for media. He bought a $15 million mansion this week.
In Dallas?
He's forever Dallas. While he was sleeping, they traded him to the Lakers.
Oh.
And they traded him. I can't remember the guy, but it's like 3 for 3. It's like a couple players. Someone said, put it in wrestling terms. And someone said, it's like WWE going, we're going to give you Gunther. You give us Luchasaurus. That's not shade on anyone, but they're saying that's the only way you can kind of correlate. The person is older. So someone says it's more like Gunther for like Samoa Joe. So like the current kind of best versus someone who was very good, but is on the decline.
Why salary?
I don't honestly. No one can really make sense of it. Apparently, Luka is like devastated because he was forever wanting to stay in.
That's mental. I like it a lot there. Yeah.
And I think he's a football player. I can't remember who it was. It might be Cruz or someone. As an ex kind of one of the big players said, I'm so glad we couldn't be like traded like that in far football. Can you imagine if like we wake up tomorrow and it's like, oh, we've traded Martinelli and Saka to PSG for Asensio. And you're just like, why? And they're like, oh, for cap space and like so we can get a better new player. And just like,
yeah.
Like, can you imagine being a Dallas fan? But now what I was going to say was he went to LA. Maybe Cooper Kupp from LA is coming to Dallas. Maybe
you could do
him and CD Lamb would be very nice.
I like that.
He's doing the routes, keeping him.
I like that a lot. If you whatever cover you can take off of CD, if you have to get like double up on Cooper at some point,
love it.
Get CD 1-on-1, mate. He's gonna win, isn't he?
That's what I mean. I think, I don't know. That one does definitely interest me, but I think a running back is definitely where we should be looking.
Yeah.
We're looking at draft one, but
and a whole new owner as well.
That'd be nice, yeah. A load of new players and maybe a different coach. But anyway, we'll get to that another day.
There's going to be a point. This is going to be very morbid now, but I'm not sure whose owner's going to first. Mine or yours?
Oh my God. Yeah, I don't know. I'm fairly... Jerry Jones is like 106.
Jim Irsay is not doing well. Did you see him coming out of the locker room? Yeah.
No, I didn't see it. Did you watch it? Did you watch all the Andrew Luck interview he did the other day?
No.
He's done like a reset. I can't remember the podcast.
I know that he's being the Stanford GM, basically.
Yeah. He's kind of appearing again, so he's doing like media. Check out his interview. Just look up Andrew Luck and you'll find the podcast.
I want him back. Well, I'll give
Ballard... But people were talking about he has the greatest cadence of all time. That's what they were kind of talking about. And he was like,
it's the hands. It's the hands.
Yeah.
That's
what it sounds like every time.
Always kept his hands ready. Always kept guessing.
Yeah.
Boy.
But no, he's on there. He's not talking about his outfits.
I could never, ever explain in words what that man meant to me.
Yeah. He's an average quarterback for about 5 years and then he just disappeared out of the league. So, anyway, we can be back.
It doesn't matter, does it?
I don't care.
Doesn't matter. There was something as well. Super Bowl has just been, so Eagles, geez, what did we think of that last night?
I know. With the conversation being all about the refs, I can't believe it just went that way. So
I know, it's crazy.
It's just a bit of a shame. Next year we'll enjoy it more.
I'm happy for Taylor though.
Yeah, and Saquon.
Mate. She was the answer. There we go.
I'll tell you what, that Kendrick and Taylor Swift Bad Blood performance, great as well.
Oh. When was that? Was that at the Grammys?
It was really good. No, at the Super Bowl last night.
Oh, is that a thing?
No, Kendrick is
yeah, but they've got a version. There's a version of Bad Blood with Kendrick, so she is behind.
She's there, isn't she?
Yeah, so she's never doing it.
She'll want to enjoy it. She'll be getting toasted.
They have a chance to perform on the same pitch on the same night. They are not missing that.
How much you want to put on it, Joe?
I would put good money on that if I had any.
Let's do it. Let's do it.
A steak dinner. Steak dinner.
She's gonna win. She's gonna win her second Super Bowl in a row. It's crazy.
Travis, today they said if you could ask the media any question, what would you ask? And he said, "Why did you double down on the whole ref thing?" He's like, "I get the internet talking about it, but how are you guys going with that? That's a thing." And everyone's just silent, and he was like, "I don't get it."
It's tough though, isn't it?
It is. That
no one likes referees being questioned when it's on your side.
When people win, the referees seem like they're on their side, and then when you lose, it feels like it's just sport. But hey, shout out Jey Uso. Yeet.
And if you want to know how Scott and Joe feel,
the sausage is made. Oh, I was going a different way.
Feel about the referees in the English game. You can catch them on Gunners R Us every single Wednesday.
Hold
on. That's been a fun one this week. I haven't been I've put Pokemon down. All right.
Okay.
It's done.
Are we still on air, yeah?
Yeah, we are.
That felt like a hard out, didn't it?
It felt like
you changed. Watch that back. I mean, everything changed. You went, yes.
Something has changed within
it's been good.
me. Scott.
Let the people say